YouTube, this is my video on learning Japanese. This is my series on 3 or 4 part short series on learning the basics and foundations of Japanese. I'll get to later making a more advanced video, but for now, here are the fundamentals. I learned Japanese through many mediums. Went to school for it, studied on my own, watching Japanese television. So I opened myself to a wide variety of resources, and one of them is the Yokoso, continuing with contemporary Japanese book. I believe this is the second or third edition of the college textbook that I was using. This is the for the 202 level. Basically, it's got some good stuff in there, the sentence formation, verbs, grammar points, things like that. Things you can use in everyday Japanese life. So, let's move on with the fundamentals. I don't know about all languages, but Japanese does have a alphabet, not like ours. When I first delved into the world of learning Japanese, I at first thought that they had a ABC, A through Z format like we did. They kind of do, but it's a little different. It's arranged in vowels. So basically, there are two sets of alphabets. Now these are just the fundamentals. There's other characters that they use, but I'm going to start with the two basic ones, which is hiragana, and katakana. Hiragana is used for Japanese words. What does that mean? Well, things are native to Japanese, like chopsticks. You could write that here. Someone's name, American themes and names, you would use katakana. So there's a bit of a segregation in their language. Things reserved for Japanese of origin, items, things, people, names, whatever, is written in hiragana, and foreign things are written in katakana. So they kind of segregate what's Japanese and what's not, and you can tell right off the bat, just looking at katakana, that it's not a Japanese of origin thing. Their characters mean the same thing, as to say that they have the same sounds. But like I said, you would write my name in katakana as opposed to spell out the word Japanese, which is Nihon or Nippon, and hiragana. Or you can use kanji, but we won't get into kanji now. The hiragana has more of a cursive look, where the katakana has more of just a straight line, choppy, blocky look to it. So, but for learning purposes, we'll start with hiragana. Now, as I said before, their vowels are their alphabet's a little different. They don't quite go through the A through Z sort of thing. It's formatted in vowels and vowel sounds. Like learning most languages, you start with the vowels, but Japanese it's just weird like that. So, the first column in their alphabet would be the A column, as I call the A column. Now, your basic vowels in English, they're A, E, U, E, O. Okay? Same thing in Japanese. This is A, E, U, E, O. So they have it lined in sort of a matrix of vowel sounds. I mean, everything's arranged where it has the vowel sounds A through O. So this column would be the A column, like I said. The second column would be the K column, ka, ke, ku, ke, ko. The third column, the S, sa, shi, su, se, so. The T column, ta, chi, tsu, te, to. Na, ne, nu, ne, no. Ha, he, hu, he, ho. And etc. And basically how I started to learn is I printed a chart like this, or I even wrote in the book, their column letters. I would put A, K, S, T, N, H, M, Y, R, and W. So for your purposes, I would look on the internet or freeze this video, copy these, and what I did when I first learned the alphabet, I cut them into little squares and I shuffled them all together and I tried to put them in the order that they are here. Their alphabetical order, if you will. So it's just a way to familiarize yourself with the characters, to recognize the characters, and practicing their sounds could be a whole new different thing. With katakana, the same thing. You have the A, you have the K, you have the S column, and the N column, and the T column. Same exact thing, but the characters are written just a little different, as you can see the difference. If you'd like, you can freeze this video, or you can look on Google and look up katakana or hiragana. Print a character chart of these, and you can cut them up into little squares or print them out and practice their sounds. How do I know what they sound like? Well, I've written a few of them for you in English. Let's go over those. Like I said, I've written this out for the left to right, and I just did a few of them. So basically, like I said, there's your vowels. That's the A column. I'm sorry, right to left. Japanese, they're getting more modern, and they're even reading left to right like we do, but this is right to left for authentic purposes. So this first column, A, E, U, E, O. A, E, U, E, O. And remember the K column that I talked about? Ka, ke, ku, ke, ko. Sa, shi, su, se, so. Ta, chi, tsu, te, to. Na, ni, nu, ne, no. Now that right there is just the first five characters. I would like you all to, you can write these down, their English meaning, and you can take the first five from the hiragana chart and familiarize yourself. Okay, so there's the A column, the K column, the S column, the T column, and the N column, as I just went over in their English. If you were to write them out in English the way they sound in Japanese, here they go. And this is called romaji, by the way. Another format that I've learned Japanese is writing them in English the way that they sound in Japanese, if that makes sense. So you can essentially take that there and practice those first five. If you want to get more advanced, I'm just kind of doing this as a fundamental, just a really basic level. I intend to go over both sets of alphabets, and even these, and other videos. But you take those first five, you master those, memorize those and their sounds, and practice writing them, and you would have learned a little bit of the hiragana alphabet. And you would have learned to essentially read some Japanese. You may not have a vocabulary yet, but you're going to get there. The best thing right now is just to familiarize yourself with their sounds and their characters and know how to recognize them. All right, stay tuned for more. In part 2 of the video, I'll go over the rest of the alphabet more in depth, and let's learn some Japanese. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please leave a comment, and I will respond very promptly. Thank you.